they're seeing the.
All right, welcome everyone to draw number 4 action here at the Crestwood Curling Club in Edmonton, Alberta. This is the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown. We have a key matchup here, our feature matchup tonight. Team Sturmay throwing the red rocks and the black and highlighter color green jerseys. They'll be competing against Team Hartwell with the white and blue jerseys. They're throwing the blue stones. They had a last stone draw for a hammer, and Team Sturmay had the rock that was closer to the button, so they will start with the hammer. So far, all we've missed so far has been a trading of stones here as we're trending towards a blank in end number 1. My name's Jason Ginter. I'm here with Evan Van Amsterdam. Hello. And we are here commentating for you tonight. So bear with us as we truck through this action tonight. Team Sturmay versus Team Hartwell.
Yeah, should be a great game. We're looking forward to having it on for you.
Ev, do you want to go through our lineups for this evening?
Yeah. So Team Hartwell, we got Skip, Michelle Hartwell. Vice, we got Lisa Miller. Second, we got Michelle's daughter, Tori Hartwell. And lead, Ashley Kalk, and they curl out of the Sherwood Park Curling Club. And we got Team Sturmay. Skip, Selena Sturmay. Vice is Danielle Schmiemann. Second, Desiree Hawes. Lead, Paige Papley, and they curl out of the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton.
Nice, and I don't think these teams are strangers to one another. They've already curled against each other once this year, and it was Team Hartwell with the win this season at the Saville Grand Prix back in November. Head-to-head overall, Skips head-to-head, they're 3 versus 2 in favor of Selena Sturmay. So fairly evenly matched teams. Should be a great game.
So yeah, as we see, just pretty open first end. Both teams just kind of getting their feet underneath them here, getting a sense of the ice that we're going to have this evening. Danielle here is going to get a free draw. You can get a sense of draw weight that you might be seeing throughout the full game.
Yeah, so both of these teams had played earlier this morning. Team Sturmay started with a loss versus U18 champion Team Yurko. A bit of an upset. Seemed like, just talking to the third from Team Sturmay, that they just couldn't get a hold of draw weight. So they're going to key in on trying to get those draws down early. Making sure that they're not heavy was the main sentiment, I think, there. So giving it to the sweepers a bit.
Yeah, I think maybe that speaks to the strategy in the first end here. Just kind of nice, easy, open first end. They can kind of get some easy shots going first, kind of get comfortable before really put some rocks into play.
Yeah, so this strategy definitely plays into the game plan for Team Sturmay. Team Hartwell starting with the win this morning. They should be feeling pretty good going into game number 2 tonight. Surprised they didn't start with a rock in front of the rings. Try to put a little more, create a little more action early, but we're going to see a few more takeouts at the end of end number 1.
As we see here, a little over curl roll out, so definitely a lot of curl here we're seeing already.
Mm-hmm. We were able to throw a little bit on Wednesday. A couple of members of our team, Crestwood, was generous, and they gave us a chance to practice on the ice beforehand, and lots of curl. Speed was nice. There's no reason why these women out here can't make every shot in the book. So exactly. Yeah, I think that we'll be primed for some great curling tonight.
They all got the talent, and we got the ice here at the Crestwood.
So moving around the sheet, we have around the sheets tonight, we have sheet number 2, Team Kaufman is taking on Team Fujisawa. On sheet 3, another feature sheet that is available on Curling Zone and Crestwood Curling Center YouTube pages. Sheet 3 action, we have Team Brown versus Team Richards. Obviously, we have our feature sheet here on sheet 4. Then on sheet number 5, we have Team Silvernagel versus Team Strauss.
Yeah, all 4 pretty high competitive games, all very good good ladies teams. So should all be very very good. Keep our eyes on it as we go through the game here.
Yeah, and it's bumping upstairs, so if you're not able to watch either sheet 2 or sheet 5 on YouTube, or if you're not with us tonight, or if you still want to listen in, I think it's worthwhile to go upstairs and check out the action here at the Crestwood Curling Center.
Yeah, always a favorite of mine is the bar up here. It's a good good atmosphere here at the Crestwood, and good beers on tap, and yeah, great place. I heard Reg was buying free beers for everyone who came. So
that's what Reg told you.
Yeah,
eh?
I can double check with Reg Reinhardt
Okay.
if he'll buy you a free beer.
He must be riding a high after last weekend.
Yeah.
With the U18 champs.
Coaching his U18 team to victory, so undefeated.
It's nice we have both U18 champs in the field. We have on the women's side, Team Yurko. You would have seen them on the stream, I think last draw. Just coming off the victory there. And then we have the men's champs, Team Palushak. And you'll see them, I'm sure, at some point throughout the weekend as they compete on the men's side.
Yeah, unfortunately the opposite side of the pool against us, so we won't get to play them unless we see them in the playoffs. So hopefully we do.
And this is probably the easiest shot in curling here, folks. We have the throw through the rings.
Yeah,
she threw the right weight.
Personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, blank end and then number 1. And Sturmay takes the hammer to end number 2. Welcome back to end number 2 here at the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown. Team Sturmay started the game with the blank end and end number 1. And looks like Team Hartwell has said enough of that. We're throwing a high center guard. So action here coming up in end number 2. So, Evan, I was going to highlight this being a preview of a potential matchup at the Alberta Scotties, as both of these teams had qualified for the Alberta Scotties. That will be taking place in less than a month now, but you know, as some recent events have transpired, we won't be seeing Team Sturmay back at the Alberta Scotties.
What happened?
Well, it appears as though Team Sturmay is now pre-qualified for the Scotties Tournament of Hearts in Thunder Bay. So congratulations to them, as they will be bypassing the provincials. Unfortunately, we won't get to see them in Rimbey, Alberta, but lucky for them, or lucky for another team, we were able to qualify another team into the provincials last weekend. So we've rounded out the field. Team Hartwell was one of the teams that qualified through our first provincial qualifier. So this is a nice tune-up for the ladies teams, being a couple weeks before the provincials.
Totally, yeah. You see a lot of teams in the field here are all going to be competing in the ladies provincials here, so kind of getting a tune-up against also some good teams that traveled around around the province, or around the country, and around the world too. So strong field here. So we see 2 double centers for Team Hartwell. So really mixing it up. You see with the high center, they kind of have to. They decided to go with a tighter one, double centers.
Yeah, and this one's just over curling, and it has moved the center guard off of the center line, and so we'll have to see, unfortunately for Paige Papley, her rock being removed from play, and using the no-tick rule, that blue stone goes back on the center line.
Yeah, of course, no-tick rule. Have a rock center guard is touching the center line. Can't move it off. It is the Team Hartwell's decision to keep it or remove it, but obviously it was going to leave quite the wall up there if they chose to keep it the way it was. So.
Yeah, is there ever a time when you would keep it?
Potentially there's a time if the team wants more guards in play and makes for another guard, then maybe they'll keep it around, but typically they'll remove it and they'll keep the line of guards and try to make a good freeze here.
Okay. It's nice we have a Skip's viewpoint here in the booth. I'm going to defer all strategic input to you, Evan. I'm sure everybody wants to hear your voice on the broadcast as well. So
I do like all my teammates' inputs, and you have good input too. So
fair.
We can talk through things together for sure. So here we see double centers. We got a rock in front of the Sturmay stone on the button. So what's the move here, Jay? Where's the ideal spot for this?
I think they want to just be corner frozen onto that blue stone, as we see Desiree Hawes deliver her stone here in the second. I think she's aiming to be right where Selena's broom is, so you can see just in that picture there. So we give our cameraman some credit here. We have Jack O'Dean in the booth next to us. He's going to give a little wave. There he is. Yeah, thank you, Jack, for all of your great camera work.
So we see Desiree Rock come up a little bit light.
But the line was perfect, so I think that's just as good as a freeze.
Yeah, and it came up light, but it's also wide open, so it's a usable rock later on they can use to run back if they so choose. It's not buried at all, so it's an option as a usable rock for later.
Now, seeing both of these center guards up, I think if I'm Team Sturmay, I'm going to be, knowing I'm coming off of a loss, I'm probably going to be a little more eager to bail if things aren't looking so great early.
Yeah, try and get rid of those guards and try to get out of here without giving up a big steal.
This one comes in at just a little bit deep, just chaps off, rolls just to the edge of the forefoot.
Yeah, it'll set up a hit for Selena if she so chooses. Kind of has to be careful where she would roll to. She has to be careful. If she rolls to the inside, she might end up just bumping that blue rock to shot rock. So gotta be a little bit careful here.
This is also the same path or the same side of the sheet that we saw Paige Papley's second stone wreck on the center guard. So might be seeing a little curl here.
Yeah, there's some curl here for sure.
Danielle Schmiemann on the brush. Makes the hit, makes the roll right on top of the blue stone. It looks like it did bump the red out, and the blue is sitting for shot stone. Pretty good result there.
Yeah, not bad. The angle's pretty good to get at that shot rock, but it does the second red rock, the one that's in the back forward, prevents an issue because it's something to jam onto. So
yeah, I like the hit and roll. It might have been advantageous for Sturmay to hit that with a little more weight and move that red out from right behind the blue.
Yeah, same angle, but just with more weight.
Mm-hmm. We have Ashley Kalk here on the brush, trying to get it by the center guard, and just wicks. So a little bit of a pattern early of the overcurl.
Yeah, especially on that
so.
intern side here.
It does expose the red, about a quarter of that red rock. Not enough to throw a bunch of weight at it, I think, but.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, Jay, it looks like Selena's thinking about getting out of here with some peels. Trying to open up the middle here to get at that blue shot rock.
Danielle Schmiemann being asked to throw the double peel or some sort of combo here.
There's a way to get all the blues rolling here.
Sweepers are on it early. Gets one, but not two.
Yeah, that's okay. Like, unlikely Hartwell throws another guard, so at least the run back will get a little easier.
I think she's called your bluff. I think she's throwing another guard.
Totally called my bluff.
Yeah. The angles
no.
are good enough in the house, so I don't think another guard will hurt them yet. If they are just jiggled around at some point, if Team Sturmay is able to just come in and just rearrange some of those angles.
Yeah, even if your guard leaves a double peel, it's still going to be a mess in the rings to deal with. So.
And typically the guards are the easy shots, so I'm never against a guard or an easier shot if that's the option. Trying to get a little bit of extra curl, and looks like they've just welded it to that other center guard.
Yeah, so for sure leave a double peel. You almost got to look at where the drag effect's going to take this here. So because those rocks are touching, the back rock is going to react like it is the top rock. So if she hits, as we're seeing it, yeah, so there's, I don't know how we can take this out.
Looks like, so if you were, it looks like it's lined up right now to run right into that top red rock, that tight guard.
Yeah, so I guess as we're seeing it right now, if we were to hit the left side of the rock on the top of the center line, it would end up going straight back and might even go onto the reds in the house. Or 4 foot.
Yeah, it's got a bit of danger if it does go right onto the red. Like, let's say they hit right onto the nose of the red in the top 4, you could double out your own.
You could totally double out your own and leave the opponent sitting 3. But it also might drag so much that it hits the high side of the red one and stick around there and might get lucky. So kind of worth playing, only because you got to open up the middle anyway. Just kind of figuring out how much those top rocks are going to drag and kind of hope for the best.
Would you ever consider just trying to get to the nose on the red and just pick the blue?
You could, for sure. I think I'm a bit of a gambling guy, and I'd go for the guards and see how far across I could drag that thing, but certainly could kind of move that one that's top button off the button.
Now, we weren't privy to the conversation, but it looks like they're gunning for the raise. They're going to promote their own red, try to plant it right onto the rock in the top of the 4 foot. Just try to throw it with quiet weight, like a kind of a board weight, just so that they rearrange some of these angles so that they can get at the blue with one of Selena's rocks. As Schmiemann comes down for a second time, this might be a time for coach to come out and call a timeout here.
I don't mind the call of going lightweight. And even if you hit it a little too thick, the guard, you could even just get lucky and pick the shot rock, sit 2 or 3 that way. There's some room for error here. Definitely the biggest miss is if you just peel this off, and could lose some.
Yeah. Having said that, though, if you do just peel it off,
I like the weight choice here. Like if you're throwing peel at this and you throw it hard and just pick your own top one out, leave them top button, and give them a chance to freeze again. That's not so good. But I like the light weight, and you're kind of trying to keep stuff around, so you leave your own rock in a good spot. And I think that's just because they're running their own rock back. They can throw lighter weight and just try to keep everything around.
so we'll need to just hit this one just off the nose on this red guard. Looks like it's really hanging out there. Gets by 1. Just past the top 4. Just promotes it to the back of the 12. So it does the job of the peel while still keeping one of their rocks in the rings.
Yeah, you know, it actually opens up just a pick on that shot blue rock. So not exactly what they're looking for, but still gives them a chance. So Hartwell looking to just replace that rock. Just put up the guard, and it'll be their color now, so harder to run back.
I'm going to see if I can put a stopwatch on this one here for all the viewers.
All right, so big guard here incoming. Optimum spot, probably in the halfway to tight range. Just off the center line.
From my angle there, that was a great delivery.
Yeah, good throw. Looking like a little tight, or sweeping it for line early.
There we go. It just curled up, nudged off the center guard, rearranged that frozen stagger into, looks like it's lined up right onto the rock in the red, and guards where they intended to guard. So I think it did 2 jobs there, Evan.
Yeah, potentially. Like it definitely, they used what they had there in the middle there to basically redirect their guard that was overcurling into a perfect spot. But maybe they did line it up into the blues into the high side of the red, but maybe to a point where they can maybe for later throw a run back double to sit a few.
Yeah, we're running out of later now. It's now Selena's shot. So if they're gonna have to make a move, it's gonna be now. And what do you think they've come up with here, Evan?
Seeming like they're trying to run the blue one straight back to pick the shot rock, would be my guess. So instead, last time they decided to throw lighter weight to try to stick their shooter, but now, because they're running the opponent rock back, they're going to be throwing some bigger weight here.
Mm-hmm.
Judging on the ice given, that's exactly what she's going to throw.
Yeah, this is one of Selena's strengths, I think, throwing this up weight. So you see her throw her first one in the second end.
Looking for the nose.
And the sweepers are on early. It looks close. Comes in just off nose. Just picks one of the reds.
Not quite. Super close.
Hits the other one in the back of the 12 and rolls out.
Yeah, good effort. Just missed it.
Yeah, usually when the sweepers are off and on like that, it's very close, and yes, it was just off. So this gives Team Hartwell a chance to throw another one into the rings.
You know what? Actually, it looks like the Sturmay team took out their own rock on the side there, so There is a chance now they can just hit and sit 3 and put some pressure on that way too. So looking like that's what they're deciding with that ice. Hit that one there, sit 3. You gotta be careful. You can't nose it and just leave an easy kind of a crotch double to score 1. So gotta roll underneath that red guard. Make it a little trickier for Selena on her last.
Would you ever consider throwing the draw here?
For sure. I think that's probably the easiest way to lock up a steal, even if you're light. It would make a pretty hard shot for Selena. If they were just to guard it, Selena, you'd probably see Selena throwing the angle run back for 2. Maybe knowing. Here we go.
So Tori Hartwell on the brush. Makes the hit, stays right there, and actually stays in a pretty nice location. Looks like it's maybe exposed a little more than they were hoping, but it doesn't leave an easy double. It looks like it's basically dead even.
Pretty good shot at to hit basically the middle of those 2 rocks, as we call it, the crotch there. Might see a shooter roll up and out of the ring, so might have to just go lightweight, hit the one that's on the button there, and score her 1.
I think just we can't quite tell from here if they do nose hit the one in the center line. It looks like they still should be shot rock.
Looks like they would be shot.
It would be close, yeah. Looks like she's elected to throw.
Yeah, a little bit more weight with that ice. Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. And number 2, Team Hartwell's put a bunch of pressure onto Team Sturmay. Selena attempting to take 2 of these blues out to score her 1. She's going to need an end saver here. Last rock and number 2. So we have the curl sweep. She gets 1. Unfortunately rolls out of the rings. So with that biter at the top of the house, I think that was a steal of 2 for Team Hartwell. So we'll take a 2-0 lead into end number 3. And as we get into end number 3, events like this, the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown, wouldn't happen without key sponsors, and obviously this one is no different. We have main sponsor Bassett Petroleum. You see on their logo placed on the ice here on sheet number 4. Bassett Petroleum proudly supporting this great event. Bassett Petroleum Distributors Limited is a Northern Aboriginally owned company serving communities across Alberta and the Northwest Territories, specializing in bulk fuel transportation, petroleum, and lubricant distribution. Bassett is committed to delivering reliability, safety, and top-notch service in the harshest conditions. Bassett Petroleum is more than a fuel supplier, they are part of the community. So we got to thank Bassett Petroleum for not only their contribution here this weekend, but they're a contributor in a lot of areas in the curling community. So thanks again to Bassett Petroleum. So Av, you have seen 2 ends of action here between Sturmay and Hartwell. What have been the keys to the first 2 ends for both of these teams, and
Yeah,
What's happened?
two totally different ends. We had one just a runaway blank end, which was not as good for the viewers, and that one last end there, a lot of rocks in play, very exciting. And Hartwell just had the angles the whole time and just won the angle battle. And Sturmay was always kind of chasing, looking for the big shot to sit a bunch, and was never quite able to get it done. So big steal for Hartwell as we move into the third end.
Yeah, you could see that end as it was progressing. It looked like there were opportunities for Sturmay to find a way to either rearrange some angles or remove the rock that was touching the button, because it was only one blue that they were worrying about for most of the end. Unfortunately, they just weren't able to do it, and then when Hartwell had their chance, they did capitalize, and then we saw the big steal. So. Lots of swings. Sure, we'll see lots more as the game keeps going.
A lot of swings, a lot of opportunities, and it's still a 2-point game. Like, it's still anyone's game here, so should be tight all the way to the end. So we see one rock. It was chased by Team Sturmay, nosed hit, and then hit back, and then we got a corner guard. So should get a little bit of rocks in play here, and should be good. Looking like a guard attempt here for Tori.
Now, you being here at the club tonight, you got an early morning game. What are you hoping to learn from watching the game tonight?
I think just learning the ice here, like seeing how much it's curling, see if we can get it a few times. Gear up for our game tomorrow morning. Be bright and early.
Yeah, I was happy my mom and dad were able to make the trip down to Edmonton for the weekend. We got his Masters team in as a final entry. They filled out the men's field, so I told him that he could bunk with us tonight and this weekend, and I think we'll get to play against him tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
I think that's a 4:30 draw.
Yeah.
Against Jeff Ganner. Who was the rest of his team? Dan?
Dan Holloway-Chuck, yeah. Doug McLennan. Conrad Uremchuk, and George Parsons. They have a 5-man squad. Yeah.
Are they rotating 5 this week?
I don't know what their setup is. He's not giving me the scouting report. He's keeping his cards close to his chest. Yeah.
He's a gamesman.
Yeah. I told him I was going to try to get in his head this weekend.
Oh, we'll get in his head. No
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, he's got a new nickname now. We're calling him Broccoli Jeff.
Broccoli Jeff.
So shout out to Broccoli Jeff. I hope he's watching. He's one of our viewers tonight.
Got a peel attempt here. Really hanging out there. Missed it. Oh, and didn't quite get the back one either, so.
Whenever it gets that close to a guard, I tense up.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know why.
It's not a good feeling.
Like,
A couple options here for Selena. She initially kind of tapped at the straight come around, but it looks like she has now decided to throw a hit and roll off that guard. Do you like this call, Jay?
It's a call.
It's a call.
Yeah, I think I would prefer to play a shot that it's a little easier. Like we saw the path towards the corner already. Might as well just make it.
Yeah.
But if this is made, it's a better result. So
for sure. Yeah, getting rid of that guard, making that blue one in the 4-foot there a little more open.
There we go.
Yeah, here we got a hit and roll.
We got the hit. We got the roll. We got the spin. It looks like it's just out of the rings. But we saw one earlier in the game this afternoon that it looked like it could have been out and it was in. So maybe our camera will be deceiving.
Can't tell.
The body language kind of made it seem like that rolled out, though.
It wasn't in, yeah, so. Looking like Hartwell's going with the freeze attempt here.
If you're Hartwell, you're up by 2. Would you ever just look to peel the guard?
You could. You're kind of giving up. You're looking at giving up 2 that way, pretty handily. So this still brings the force into play, and they still got the one in the 4-foot there they got to deal with. So think I like this call. Stay on the aggressive side. They're playing well so far. Might as well keep it to them, and that's a great spot for that.
Yeah, really good result there.
Good spot for that. It's way above the tee line, so you can't freeze on it and sit shot without being, fully wide open to hit. So it's a good spot for that. So Sturmay here addressing that rock in the 4-foot there, either nosing it or trying to make the roll here. Looking like they're happy with just the nose hit.
I think the roll would have been rolling pretty low in the house. It would have left Team Hartwell a chance just to take the end away with the freeze. So
yeah, or I don't even know if they would be able to sit shot with the hit and roll.
Yeah. We just had a 50-50 announcement here at the club, so if you're the lucky 50-50 winner, congratulations. I heard a lot of oohs and ahs down here, so I don't think it was anyone down in this level.
Shout out to them. So we see Hartwell was trying to hit and roll wide side, but unfortunately rolled back inside, so giving an opportunity here for Sturmay to hit and roll under their corner guards. Really trying to make this curl. It's on the outside. Doesn't look like the hits are quite curling here, Jay.
Yeah, it just seems like with the Team Sturmay team, the undercurl on the hits has been common. Just rolling out again there. I'd like to see them stick around, put a little more pressure on to Team Hartwell. Team Hartwell has played a lot of shots that I would say would be on the easier side of the level difficulty this game so far, and they've been making them. So
yeah, like to their credit, they've been they've been very precise on their positioning of all their rocks. So tapping out here, we're at a good spot for this here, Jade. Obviously looking to split the rings, stay away from that corner guard on the other side, trying to force them to one. Where'd a good spot for this be?
I think ideally you put this somewhere lower than shot stone, so deeper in the house somewhere, T-line or a little bit deeper in the 8-foot, just preventing Team Sturmay from making any sort of hit and roll and spreading those rocks out so there's no possible double. Yeah, it's trending towards, if you had a scoring potential, I would say this has a potential to be a force here.
Yeah, forcer. Selena got to make her last to get force, so otherwise she might be looking at steal. So
Sweepers haven't put a broom to this thus far. Oh, there they are. Now they're attempting to make the rock curl. How effective do you think this sweeping technique is here, Evan?
I don't think it's very helpful at all. Just a heavy throw.
Yeah. Yeah, I would argue that isn't doing anything to the rock other than just keeping it clean.
Probably not. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But she is finishing off the broom, so it is a legal stroke.
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, slow. I think
you see some of the top teams trying to attempt to.
Thinking that maybe pressure over speed just makes that rock curl, but not go farther.
So a couple options here for Selena. She can try to make the freeze, but like we said earlier, that rock's in such a good spot in the top 8 there that don't think she can sit frozen end shots. So looking to come off her own rock in the side there that's not in the rings, and then try to throw this little half rock double and maybe sit 2 behind their corner guard.
Yeah, kind of out of nowhere here, Evan. You know, that when Desiree rolled to that spot, you know, where you would have thought, okay, well, maybe we could use that later, but they weren't looking at that as a first option. But if she's able to make this, she could sit dead buried, and then both of these rocks would be buried behind the corner guard. As we're on and off this one. Makes the hit, makes the double takeout, and that rock gets right out of the rings. Fantastic shot from Selena Sturmay.
Perfect call, perfect throw. Pressure's back on, right as we were saying, scoring potential's no chance at a multiple. Now Hartwell's got to make a good freeze here to not give up 3. So
yeah, that's the thing about potential is it is just potential.
It is just potential. It's not fact. So
yeah, one miss. You know, if you have control, it's important to keep the momentum with making those probable makes, those ones you're supposed to make.
Exactly. Hartwell was having the easy shots, and they were making the easy shots, and then second they kind of make one mistake, and Selena capitalizes. So big freeze here incoming for Michelle.
Yeah, she will be able to still put the force on if she's successful here. She's going to try to just freeze to the, just come around the back.
If she's frozen on that back one, I don't know if she can sit shot if she's second shot. So
shot,
Supers
rock,
are doing
and
a
berry.
great job here holding this.
It's got to get by the guard. Now it's got to get by shot stone. Just clips off and rolls into the open. Sitting wide open for Team Sturmay.
Yeah, as we see the replay here, sweepers were holding it and then got off it hoping it would get by and not quite. So big opportunity here for Team Selena Sturmay here to nose hit and try and get 3 back after they steal 2 in the last end.
So there we are. So Selena being rewarded by making the big shot with her first. The open hit for 3 points in end number 3.
Looking like she's taking the out turn inside out path here, hoping it would hope it's gonna curl. She's kind of choosing it over the other side, kind of taking the corner guard out of play. So
Sweepers seem to like this one. Asking for the curl to finish the shot, and they got that one right onto the nose. Misses the back one. That'll be 3 back for Team Sturmay. So quite a momentum change there with skip stones. Team Sturmay takes the lead into end number 4. Evan, this might be a good time for you to lead us through a bit of a score update from around the rings, the rest of the action.
all right, yeah. So as we go to sheet number 2 here, we got Nikki Kaufman versus Fujisawa. Looking like Kaufman has a 2-1 lead and are throwing Nikki's last here. Sheet 3, we got Team Brown versus Team Richards. Looks like Brown is up 4-0, playing the third end. Sheet 5, we got Silvernagel versus Team Strauss, and Strauss has a 3-1 lead with the hammer, playing the third end.
We were lucky to see Team Strauss as one of our feature games earlier today, 2 versus Team Hansen, and Team Hansen was able to win that one. Congratulations to them. A lot of the teams, I think, seeded a little bit lower in their pools were able to win their opening matches. So I don't know if that had anything to do with just maybe a unfamiliarity with the ice, or just a bit of rust coming back from the holidays.
Yeah, maybe just a new club, new atmosphere for a lot of these teams coming in.
Or just those lower seeded teams just took the holidays, practiced well, and came out firing.
Maybe just a lot of transparency in the field this week.
You mean parity?
Parity, yeah.
Parity in the field.
Parity in the field.
Yeah, transparency. I mean, they're all honest teams. I think they're pretty transparent.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Bit of both.
Oh.
Here we go. We have end number 4 action. Team Sturmay throwing the red stones. Team Hartwell throwing the blue stones. Team Sturmay carries a 3-2 lead. I'm Jason Ginter here with Evan Van Amsterdam in the booth, being transparent with all of you. Now this might be something that Team Sturmay needs just to feed off of going into the rest of this game. I know that the year has been a bit of a struggle for them thus far, and the game number 1 didn't go the way they hoped. That big 3-ender could be a turning point in the game. Now Team Hartwell on the other side, that's just one shot they missed. They were in control of the whole end. So if I'm them, I'm looking at the rest of this game thinking, okay, let's just keep doing what we're doing. We're doing great, and see if we can take advantage of a miss or two here or there.
For sure. We're seeing here early again. This intern side is it's got some curl. See Selena here trying to work this rock out of the rings.
She's gonna have to be careful not to sweep it into the no man's land in the back there.
The triangle of death, we call it here.
The triangle of uselessness.
So it's kind of a tick shot there for Ashley there.
Yeah, pretty decent result.
Yeah, not a bad result. Rolled to a corner, kind of opened up their blue onto the red combination there. So Selena's gonna have to address that with the takeout here.
Yeah, kind of just goes into a bit of the importance of putting those rocks, those center line guards on the center line.
For sure.
If it was on center, they wouldn't have been able to play that shot.
Because it'd just be put back.
Mm-hmm. So you see Desiree Hawes. He has to throw the hit and roll. Oh, and a beautiful shot. Rolls just edge on edge on right in front of that rock in the top of the forefoot.
Well called, well swept. Nice weight at that too. Not overthrown. Manageable weight with the sweep there, and yeah, ended up in a good spot.
I think that's going to be a big thing for both of these teams as the game keeps going, is that weight control. If you want that control weight, if you want a 10-5, you want a 10 or 11, that you're throwing that speed, because we have seen a lot of differences in the amount of curl throughout the game, just depending on how much weight. So any overthrow, we're seeing a lot of hit and rolls out on the wide side. Just make sure you get the weight right.
Totally. This one here really taking off.
So yeah, gets rid of the guard.
Not really something they're looking for.
No, now Selena's going to, I guess her team will be able to put it back in a better place.
Yeah, try and guard up the 2 reds in the middle of the house there. What a good depth for this to be. A little higher, a little deeper.
I'd like to see it halfway.
Right in the middle?
Right in the middle, right between the house and the hog line.
Yeah, you don't want it too deep, because then it'll just make the next shot run back a little bit easier. And too high, it might not be guarding anything, because it might be easy enough just to hack weight, remove the top rock. So right in the middle, kind of guard both the run back and the hack waiter.
Now we might talk a little bit about tolerance today, but tolerance here I think would be on the high side if I were to debate.
Yeah, that's a good spot.
That's a good spot. Well managed. Sweepers didn't really want to go there too much, knowing it needed to curl and
in the right depth, right in the middle there.
Leave the right side open too. If that rock is exposed one way or the other, I'd rather them hit the outside side and just roll away.
Just looking for a run back here. It's at a little bit of an angle, so might be able to get all three of these reds moving if hitting the right spot.
This rock just curls as it hits the center line.
Ooh, knock.
Just under curled.
Yeah, well thrown.
Looked like they were trying to go at the end. I don't know if they just wanted to get it out of the draw path,
Yeah,
or
it was so close. It
was
looked
just
good.
close. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it rolled right to guard the other side of the sheet. So.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate spot to roll to because it'll block off their draw path for later on in the end. So Team Sturmay will look to just keep replacing this guard and continue to hope they don't make the run back. And if they don't, Hartwell won't have much because of that blue guard is blocking her draw at the end.
So you see Paige Papley moving around to the other side to get some curl with the sweep. This needs to get all the way to the other side of the center line. And just guards the center, so leaves both of those rocks exposed.
Yeah, fairly open. It's deep enough that she could easily run it back, but because it's open, it might just have the straight double wide open. So Team Hartwell's going to give this double a go, just trying to hit it hair on the high side. Should be able to keep your shooter around too.
Lisa Miller's rock comes into the house. Gets one. The other rolls just to the edge of the 8-foot. I think does the trick. Clears the center line for Team Hartwell.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Opens up the 4-foot. Gets him a better chance to score later on here.
Yeah, just like end number 3, one team gave the other team an opening and the other team capitalized. This is good curling we've seen so far.
Bit of interesting call here for Selena. Can you decide to hit this second shot here on the nose? Kind of leave it as guard.
Their
As we see with
sweepers
the
on
spot
this
early, yeah.
really early.
Yeah, this intern.
Yeah, it's already on the guard.
That spot just has some curl.
So gets rid of the center guard, doesn't remove the rock they were hoping to hit.
Yeah, so
and leaves this one open here on the other side of the 8-foot.
opportunity opened up here for Team Hartwell. Could just hit the red rock here, sit 2, or use their corner guard now that we were saying is a bad rock. Now it's helping them, so could just draw and come around it and try to set up the 2 or 3 that way. Looking like what they're deciding to do.
Yeah, I like this call, knowing that because the red rock is behind the tee line, they can just draw up against it and still stay for stone, and generate 2 and maybe open up a 3 score later in the end if they get so fortunate.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a draw across the center line in this spot, but we know this intern curls so much that even if this draw over curls too much, might just end up frozen in a good spot. So
And so they got the curl around the guard. Didn't get right to the red, but it looks like it is mostly buried behind the
pretty good spot. It's
guard.
probably a rock deeper than what they were hoping for. There's still an opportunity now for Selena to draw in there and sit shot, or at least put a lot of pressure on a second shot.
Yeah, it looks like they're discussing just freezing down to it. That's one option. I think if you can get it out, I think I'd prefer to try to remove the blue rock. Just looking at it from our angle, it's very buried, so it might not look nice from the hack. But with the amount of curl we've seen today and so far here at the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown, it should be able to be made with this hack weight. So as long as the weight's right, I think she can make it. Looks like she may be electing to play the draw instead.
Seemed like that was her first indication was the freeze, so I think that's what she's sticking with. And I kind of like the call. Make sure you stay on the high side of this blue rock, and make sure this one is unable to be removed. Brings the force into play, and if it's good enough, might even bring a steal into play. So.
You're right. If you ever do play the hack waiter and you're a little wide or a little heavy, you might not remove the blue and roll into the open.
Yeah, or we haven't seen a hit there too. Maybe over curls and could clip the guard. So we just saw the draw and just looking to follow what Lisa did there.
I like the logic. Play the shot more likely to be made.
When we have education on.
I just got a note from Kelsey Rock saying that she loves the commentary, so shout out to Kelsey Rock. Hope you're doing well. And glad you found something really productive to do on a Friday night.
Yeah. Freeze here for Team Sturmay. Over curls a little bit, so.
I think it's, I would say, still majority of what you want. Like
an
80% shot.
80%.
Yeah. Like it doesn't give you a shot rock. It still gives Hartwell a chance to sit too, but totally takes out the top 12 as an option to score.
Exactly, yeah. It brings the top one out of play.
However, that angle just, it's tough for Team Sturmay because the red one now is dead buried, so they can't use it to remove the blue.
So a bit of decision here for Hartwell. You can either kind of follow the freeze down, and if they're able to stay on the high side of the red, sit too, and she won't be able to take anything out. Or what they're deciding here is just to come around their top 12 blue rock and sit two that way and kind of put the pressure on.
It's interesting here. They're going out to a place where they haven't played yet so far today, at least from what we've seen. I don't know if they threw here in practice. Unlikely. So this is going to be a bit of a guess for them speed-wise. So, if you're throwing this one now, you're going down from, calling a bunch of shots. And what would you be thinking in the hack?
Well, I'd be thinking you got to throw at least a half second harder. Speed's going to be a little slower out here, so got to keep the rotation up. Got to make sure it's getting through any kind of slow spots, or it might just run fast and guess wrong. So it's a bit of a guess out here for sure.
The sweepers would give her some help on that too. It's coming in pretty nicely. Lots of finish out wide. And I just got a time that was 14.9 seconds, so it wasn't. That guess might have been wrong there, Evan. But it wasn't any heavier out there.
Still a pretty close guess, though. Looks like it's in there for second shot. Maybe even shot rock. So pretty good shot there by Team Hartwell. Good guess out there and a pretty good result.
So if it did sit for a second shot, as we can see, it looks like it may have. Looks like Selena's electing to try to draw right down to it.
Yeah, and deciding to go out turn through the hole, which those guards are not easy on the eyes when you're looking to throw your last rock in this newer path.
When you're throwing a draw like this
against two.
Yeah, that outside guard just it might not be in the path of the rock, but it looks like it could be. So you might be a little wary and try to urge this one to curl.
Big shot here incoming. He needs to find the tee line here. Need a good freeze here to force Team Hartwell.
This one hasn't curled quite yet. And it's just clipping the off-center guard, rolls towards the center line. Just didn't catch the curl.
Yeah, so it's just unused path. Weren't quite sure about it, and unfortunately unable to make that. And Hartwell's got to draw to the 4 foot for 3. Get 3 right back after giving up 3.
It's a big opportunity now for Team Hartwell.
Yeah, a lot of swings here early on in this game here.
So, yeah, a bold call to go out wide, and it paid off for Team Hartwell.
Totally. Yeah, it was so bold that, Selena didn't even want to follow it down with the same path. So, paid off. She made it work, and now she's awarded with a draw here to lock in 3 points. So, need to find the right weight. Need to find the tee line. Not really anything to run into. So, needs good tee line weight here.
Looks like she's going to need at least a third of the rock in the 4 foot here. This one's diving towards the center line. Sweeper's on it. Holding the line. Now they just got to get the weight right.
This looks close.
And
it's in there. Great shot.
Good draw. That'll be 3 points on the board for Team Hartwell. I think as long as they see what we're seeing.
Yeah, so
that'll be a 5-3 lead after 4 for Team Hartwell. So after 4th end action, we have a few more sponsors we'd like to thank. Firstly, Gator Construction Group. Gator Construction Group is thrilled to be a part of this event and offers design, build, construction services. Gator also has concrete restoration, coatings, and hydro demolition robot divisions and services all Western Canada. Head to gatorbuilt.ca to learn more. And I'm going to do that, I think. I want to learn more. That sounds super exciting. Like robot divisions. That's
sounds pretty awesome.
Pretty cool, yeah. Next up, we have Everlast Plumbing and Heating. Everlast Plumbing and Heating is proud to sponsor this event and support our local community. With over 13 years of experience serving central and northern Alberta, we are dedicated to providing safe, reliable, and top-quality plumbing, heating, and gas fitting services. At Everlast, we're committed to ensuring both client satisfaction and safety on every project. Your trusted choice for all things plumbing and heating. So thank you, Everlast Plumbing and Heating, for your sponsorship and your contribution to this wonderful event. And what a first 4 ends. We've had 2 3 balls back and forth. Team Hartwell, Team Sturmay, providing all of you viewers some great action here this Friday night at the Crestwood Curling Center. I'm Jason Ginter. This is Evan Van Amsterdam. If you've been listening and watching so far, you've been in for a treat. We got lots of points scored. It's resembling more of a mixed doubles scoreboard than a traditional curling scoreboard. As you're pretty familiar with the mixed doubles category, Evan.
Yeah, familiar. I was just at the Canadian curling trials for the doubles with lead here Paige Papley, who's about to throw, and we didn't play our best. We had a 2-5 record, but great experience and a great atmosphere in Liverpool, Nova Scotia for that event. And congrats to Breckland and Joss Pieneman for coming out with the win in that, and hopefully they'll, well, I know for sure they're going to represent Canada well at the Worlds and then go win their spot at the Olympics. So
Yeah, pretty cool that discipline and being able to curl with some people you would never curl with otherwise. And obviously you've been able to curl with your partner Paige for quite a few years now. And do you think that the mixed doubles game translates to forest curling at all?
for sure, yeah. Like I think, you know, it gets me a chance to sweep a little more and gets Paige a chance to throw a last rock, and I think that just rounds everyone out as players and athletes and curlers. So I think it's a great discipline, and like you said too, it's great to play different people. Like I'd never get the chance to play Rachel Homeland or Jennifer Jones, and I played them both last week. So I think that's a great opportunity to play not only just different athletes, but different genders of athletes too.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, now we know that you can sweep. So,
Yep.
you know, if we need in a pinch, you know, if one of us really isn't feeling great, we could just skip. Hey,
Exactly.
Are you giving us the A-OK?
Yeah, maybe I'll have just a bad week, and I'll just be like, hey, give me lead.
All right.
Parker gets the brick.
I don't know if Parker will let you do that, to be honest. So there we are, the first rock of the end. Just a guard, followed by a come around draw, and then it looked like the second throw just went through the rings. So a bit of momentum has changed again. It seems like momentum really isn't existing in this game.
Yeah,
yet.
it seems like we're one shot away from it being totally flipped every single time here. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep, each end is its own entity, and it's being proven today. Tori Hartwell thrower being asked to move some granite here in the middle of the sheet. Looks like just a soft weight takeout attempt. Sweeper's on this early. Trying to sweep this by Ashley Kalk. And it just skinnies by the guard. Makes the little roll. Great sweep by Ashley.
Great sweep.
Fellow mixed doubles curler.
Yes, I've played Ashley many times in doubles. Her and her partner, Craig McAlpine, are very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see them at the mixed doubles provincials often. Usually in the playoff round.
As we see Des here looking to lob a freeze down there, kind of set up an angle on that blue rock.
Looks like this one just must have just caught some curl,
Yeah,
and
really.
Team Sturmay might not have expected it to.
Yeah, seeming like we're getting caught on a lot of draws over curling here, so.
Mm-hmm. Just not anticipating the curl.
Except sometimes, like Selena's last, it didn't curl, so. Could be
user error.
Could be some different releases or different paths that we just gotta be on top of.
Yeah, that one might have hit a piece of something. It looked like it did curl a little abnormally. We'll give the user the benefit of the doubt on that one. So again, using Ashley Kalk to sweep this one early might have hit it a little too early and a little too hard, as this one now is being urged to curl back. Just moves the red a little bit, rolls through the rings. Slight miscommunication there, is that one, it was heavier than maybe anticipated, and you know, usually when it's heavier, it's straight. And just unfortunately rolls out. So here we are. We have, looks like Team Sturmay is sitting shot stone. It's close in the house, but behind the tee line, Team Sturmay has the hammer. What would your options be here?
Yeah, I kind of like this call. Just kind of keeping it simple here in the fifth end here. Looking to just get rid of the center guard. They already have their corner guard on the side there. Just kind of get rid of any kind of chance to make for a scary end for them. So pretty safe call here.
Yeah, being down by 2, like safe call. I don't know if you're if you'll see them do that again if this guard is replaced.
Probably not.
Yeah. However, you know, guard's seemingly an easy shot. Like one of the most end-changing shots, I think, just because the guard is missed. All of a sudden, they can make a play at the rock in the house.
Totally.
And it's not a gimme getting the line perfect on some of these guards with the amount of curl we're seeing here at Crestwood. So
yeah,
challenging shot.
Just seeing how much ice they have to give. They're well into the 12-foot for a halfway guard. And yeah, it's hard to be precise every single time on those guards. So we see Selena just kind of go back.
Yeah, guard was in a perfect place. So it looks like the guard might be high enough. They could take a run at the outturn hack waiter, but
I think probably here's a time I would probably give the hack waiter a chance and hit and roll sit 2. I think it's there right now, so
just being asked to peel though. And great sweep. Held the line there. Successful peel. Look like we'll see Team Hartwell just try to replace that guard. Now with Team Sturmay sitting shot stone, this is delaying the end a bit. At what point in the end should Team Hartwell look to get rid of that rock in the back of the 4-foot?
It's really kind of any time. As long as they, obviously keep both their blue ones around. But, I mean, they could do it now. They could do it on our last. It's all kind of up in the air as long as they keep making this guard.
Yeah, that's the trick.
That's the trick.
Now we're a little wider with the release. It looks like we're really trying to get this rock to curl.
As long as they kind of stay on this right side, it's going to be a pretty good shot as the angle's going to be good for them.
Yeah, that was a lot of finish there. Great sweep at the end. It is partially exposed now and leaves the option to potentially hit and roll towards the corner guard. Leaves the jam possibility though.
Yeah, so that with an intern that blue rock is accessible to be tapped up towards the button, so that guard's kind of in a useful spot for Team Hartwell as their blue is still accessible to run back into the red to sit 2, so Selena, knowing that, just going to try and draw kind of in the top 4 and gotta be careful not to leave a double.
Yeah, I might be just tempted to take a run at the hit and roll. Just kind of a soft weight, just enough so that you can get the rock out of the 4-foot, or at least into something resembling the 8-foot, and roll towards the corner guard.
Yeah, a couple options. You can either throw like really lightweight and try to get inside of that rock and try and sit 2, or you could hit it on the thin side and roll towards your corner guard.
I guess like worst case scenario there, you jam it.
You jam it, at least it's still behind the tee line, and you're gonna be accessible to run it back, or she's gonna hit your red rock, and then you're still gonna have the freeze behind a guard, behind a frozen rock behind that guard. So
yeah, I think the draw seemed like a hard spot.
Hard
you
spot,
really only
not
had
to
one
leave a
spot
double.
to go, and it still leaves the blue,
tap back.
blue
So
tap. Yeah,
I think addressing this blue rock with an intern is a good idea. But They're still going out turn.
So I think that they've said it's even okay to go top 8 with this one, knowing that if Team Hartwell does play a little tap back, then they can play a tap of their own.
Yeah, or I might just leave a double back. So
Anywhere not heavy, I think is pretty good here. Somewhere in the top of the house.
yeah, I guess ideal spot for them is kind of right beside that blue rock in the top 4. Sitting shot rock would be ideal.
So it's coming into the house with a bit of steam. Just taps the rock a couple of inches, and it looks like it just moved it to third shot. So red is sitting 1, blue second shot, red is
There's
third.
a little replay here as we see it. Does bump back, and it might be pretty close. I believe it might have bumped it into third shot. So Team Sturmay sitting the 1. Decision time here for Team Hartwell. Do they decide just to follow down with the freeze or use that intern?
Yeah, pretty good shot there from Schmiemann. Like she got fully buried around the rock. That's just a tight guard. So some confidence that she can take into the next shot. And weight was just to the back of the 4. Not exactly what they wanted, but Team Hartwell can't really remove these rocks easily without the risk of removing their own in the top of the 4. So looks like they're just going to draw.
Yeah, it's a good call. There's some risk too. If you undercurl a little bit, might just leave an intern double down the center line. So really got to be mindful here to make sure this curls enough to get it right frozen on that red rock.
They can get it by this guard.
Yeah,
this
line's
should
looking
curl
good.
right around, and line should be good.
Oh,
And just wicks off.
You know what? It kind of leaves it in a not a bad spot though. Move that guard over just a little bit so that the nose hit on that blue rock is kind of out of play now, and took the out turn draw away too. So although it was a bit of not what they were looking for, it actually is not a bad result to potentially still force Team Sturmay to
within the tolerance there.
Totally
if
within
they
the
were
tolerance.
ever heavy and chapped off, it's they can't use it again. Now they can potentially use it to raise, but they also blocked off that path that Schmiemann just threw.
Exactly. What do you like here, Jay? Likely just kind of guard in that blue rock. You got to be careful because you don't want to just automatically
with the
force
hammer.
yourself.
Yeah, if you guard it, you're essentially forcing yourself.
Unless they think they're second. It's pretty close.
Yeah, maybe the viewers at home can let us know if they think it's blue or if they think it's red. If they can get by the top 8 or just the top 4 blue rock and just tuck a piece of it, I think that's where Selena wants it.
Kind of drawn in there, so it.
With that ice, it looks like that won't be the ice for the freeze, though.
Yeah, freeze isn't a bad call. They could freeze slightly on the inside. And might set up a chance to get rid of that blue rock later on.
I think one
you
thing
might
we can
just
all
see Hartwell
agree upon is they can't hit. It would just leave a freeze back, and there's a risk at jam. You're saying Hartwell.
Hartwell will probably just end up guarding whatever Selena ends up putting here, but this looks like it's curling into a pretty good spot. They're letting it sit.
So they saw the danger. They think, hey, let's throw the guard.
Kind of protecting their 1 point there.
Now Hartwell can take a run at this top 12 one. Like, they could just promote that one into the 4-foot.
Yeah, this intern might curl enough that they can still maybe make that tap.
Mm-hmm. It looks like that's what they're attempting to do. They have to make sure the line's right here, because if they ever under curl and they just tap the rock that's right now perfectly buried out in the open, it might leave Selena something to run into.
Yeah, this is the 2-point lead is a bit of a aggressive call if they are trying to tap this one up. That ice, it almost looks like they're just trying to throw another guard. Maybe they think there's a hole there.
I guess we'll find out. I think if the scoreboard was different, they might take a run at playing an intern draw. But
for sure, like if they're down in the game, for sure.
Last rock without the hammer here, Michelle Hartwell.
Looks like some weight at this. Ashley's trying her best to make this curl.
Selena needs the curl.
Looks pretty close.
She's got one, taps it all the way towards the button, and for a shot. No, maybe not shot stone.
Not quite. Oh, pretty close.
Really good effort there
Great
from
shot.
Michelle Hartwell. Totally cuts the scoring area down. And another great sweep.
Yeah, it doesn't leave too much for Team Sturmay here. Maybe chance on some corner guards, either slash them in or in off. Looks like Selena's lining up this turn slash in there.
Yeah, well, we've seen her make some more difficult shots. This one's up there.
This one would be up there
and
for
it
sure.
has a lot of risk too. If they ever do undercurl by the smallest of margins, they could run this blue right into their own. So it looks like they're gonna, if we can see if we can draw it up, but looks like they're hitting about half a rock or so.
Half rock to
on the intern side of the red stone into the blue, trying to remove both blues.
Yeah, in off, kind of plant it right on that one in the top 4 and catch the one on the side of the button there, and hopefully they'll...
Yeah, nothing to it.
Yeah, double off without jamming.
Big shot last end here, end number 5. Selena Sturmay with a run back attempt for a possible 3. Sweepers on this really early. And just over curls. So looks like the thirds are signaling 1 for red. Another look, it'll be 1 red. So Team Sturmay now gives the hammer back to Team Hartwell. Team Hartwell takes the lead 5-4 going into end number 6.
All right, we'll do a game recap here as we look across the other sheets here. So, Team Fujisawa looking like they're celebrating a couple points there. They are throwing the blue rocks there. They're looking at a tie game right now. Team Brown's got a 5-1 lead, it looks like, over Team Richards on sheet 3. And then we can pan over to sheet 5. We got Strauss has a huge lead of 7-2 over Team Silverdangle.
Yeah, it's nice to see Team Richards able to take an event with their lineup that they'll be taking to the provincials, with Emma Yarmuch skipping and throwing last.
Yeah, so
as
then
Graceland will be joining Team Canada at the Universiade.
Yeah, Team Grey Withers will be representing Canada at the Universiade.
Where is that this year?
Italy?
I think it's Italy.
I think it's Italy.
It's a beautiful venue. I think that beats Krasnoyarsk.
Might be Krasnoyarsk.
Yeah. We get back to our feature game here. At number 6, Team Hartwell throwing the Blue Stones with the blue and white jackets. They had the lead.
And the lead.
And the hammer.
Team Sturmay put their first center guard on the center line, so it cannot be ticked. Lead Ashley Kalker looking to come around. Doing so very well.
Yeah, perfect guard, perfect come around.
Good start to the end.
If I don't say so myself. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go through some of the sponsors of some of the teams that we have, or 2 of the teams, our 2 feature teams. I'm going to start with Team Hartwell. Sponsors Big West Ford, Hoots Bike Park and Trails, Nutrien, Point Forward, Green Oasis Services, Hardline, and they also want to shout out Coach Jim and their alternate Erica as well. So shout out to Jim and Erica. And I'm assuming they're in the building, but if not, if they're watching online, shout out to you guys.
Shout out.
I'm sure they'll be super involved as the team gets prepped for provincials. Sponsors for Team Sturmay, Wow Lighting, Earth Drilling, MNP, Aquatech, Enviro Shred, Menard Financial, Integration Pilates, KS Manufacturing, BP's Westmount, and in brackets, thanks for dinner, and Hardline as well. So shout out to BP's Westmount for dinner, and shout out to all of the sponsors for supporting the teams. Any team needs the support from local sponsors such as those that I just listed in order to compete all over the province and all over Canada and worldwide. I know Team Sturmay just came back from Japan, so impossible to do that without the help of some sponsorship. So shout out to all of our team sponsors.
Also shout out to their coach Ted Appleman, who's sitting here over on our right. So we see here all the rocks touch the center line. Looks like Paige's freeze attempt came a little heavy, but worked out pretty nice. It's in the back of the button there. Sitting a shot, and then Ashley's second freeze is kind of frozen on their blue one. Kind of makes an awkward angle, but 2 rocks in the top of the house is never a bad thing early on in the end.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a test for both skips here on their ability to read angles and manipulate these rocks as the end keeps going. We'll see if any of them get a little startled by what they see in the house and they just look to bail early. This one's diving towards the center line as well.
Yeah, maybe a little lighter here.
And so it protects. We see the stagger now in the center guards. We have a stagger at the center. We have a stagger in the house. And it looks like shot stone Team Sturmay at the back of the 4-foot.
Yeah, because those are staggered so nicely. And you see Hartwell go up to peel, and it should be a pretty natural double peel. Just hitting with hair on the high side. Get both those reds going.
Yeah, this one's really curling. Looks like it's on the inside part of the guard, and it does roll to the other side of the center. Gets rid of the 2, so it does the trick. It's eliminating both center guards. Does take off that outturn side a little bit.
Yeah, we said that 2 ends ago, and it ended up being a perfect perfect usable guard for him. So
the strategy paid off.
Exactly. So good shot there. got rid of the main problem, which are the red rocks, and then kind of have a off-center corner guard to use for later on. So Sturmay here looking just to replace that that red combos there.
And great sweep by Schmeeman and Papley. Replaces the guard. You'll see Team Hartwell just look to play the peel, see if we can get both of these rocks going.
Yeah, as long as that red guard is just kind of somewhat in front of that that blue rocks in the top 4, just because, like we mentioned, it's a little awkward angle. There's no really easy way to get at that red rock right now. So Sturmay's just trying to keep them occupied up in the top of the house, or up in the guard zone there before making a play in the into the house.
You saw the first one overcurled slightly. The second one overcurls slightly, so just getting caught on the overcurl on the peels there from Tori. Leaves the stagger again, so this one seems like the end story has been the stagger thus far. Trying to just replace the center guard. It's taken away the entire right side now, so if Team Sturmay were looking to make any sort of hit and roll, they would have to hit the rock on the right side of the sheet or the left side on our screen.
Yeah, like there's really no way at that red rock right now, so keep throwing that guard and pressure's on Team Hartwell.
Yeah, Team Hartwell, they're totally content with just scoring one this end at this point, I think. So end plan now is just try to find a way to get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
Where's your shot for one? You don't see it? Well, let's try to make that happen later.
Yeah, end of the day with these Sturmay guards, they need to be high enough that they aren't tempting to run back. That's the only way Hartwell might be able to get out of this, is with a smartly played run back.
Yeah, this one's a head scratcher. I haven't seen any movement yet out of Michelle. Like you'd think those rocks in the top 4-foot are your friend, but right now they're only helping Team Sturmay.
See, I would probably be tempted to throw a in-turn run back on the low side here, try to make contact with those blues in the middle, hit the higher one on the right side as we're looking at it.
Yeah, if you get super fortunate, you just clip it.
Clip it and kind of keep your blue one there in the top 4, and also kind of roll your shooter kind of towards those other blue ones.
Looks like Lisa's decided to just play the peel.
Play the peel.
Force Sturmay into making the guard again. At some point in the end, I would think I might want to throw like a back house kind of tap back just to get rid of the stagger.
Yeah, that'd be an option too, for sure.
Leave your own in play.
Kind of change the angles around there.
Yeah, like you said, there's no way to get the red out at the moment. So we got, looks like the run, or the peel attempt almost turned into a run back. Rolled over to the other side of the 8-foot, and Team Sturmay just replacing the wall.
Yep, just kind of keep putting it back.
Important for the team to not get too complacent here, knowing that it is the same shot. The guards, like we said earlier, just about the most important game-changing shot.
Yeah.
If it is missed, it changes the end right around.
Like you said, easy shot, but also one that if you don't make, it can be devastating. So
yeah. Yeah, this is where you go to school a bit and practice and making sure your throws are all the same. You just put the broom down in the same place. This one's got a bit more heat. Coming in, looks like just in the tight guard zone. Line's perfect. Great result.
Good spot, maybe a little deeper than they were hoping for, because they might be looking at running this back, but
it's tough though. Like if you're Team Hartwell, if you do run it back and you run it back in the wrong place, now all of a sudden Team Sturmay's line 2 buried.
Yeah, that left side of the sheet here that she's on with those two guards there that are kind of staggered are kind of her biggest problem. So maybe we'll see her kind of address that and open up a tap or even just the out turn draw, which doesn't look very easy, but would be possible.
Yeah, I would think there's 3 situations. Obviously, there's the center guard, there's the stagger at the top of the floor, and then the staggered guards that you'd have to address just to get a shot at red shot stone. And you have 3 rocks left, so try to find a way to do 2 things at once here.
Pretty good result there.
Yeah, really good shot there.
Opens it up and also kind of move that other corner guard back a little bit. That maybe later on might have a chance to run it back and pick the red one for a 2 score.
Yeah, from my vantage point, it's a hard shot, but it's there. So.
Or it wasn't there before, so
Yeah.
It's an option for Team Hartwell.
That was a lot better.
So Selena looking just to replace that guard, put it back just on the high side of the center lane. I feel not often where we're looking at lead rocks in the house and all the plays up in the guard zone there with no action in the lead
guard
rock,
for your life strategy is working out.
Not often you see a lead second rock sit shot and the lead's first and second above it, and those are the only rocks in the rings, and looking like it might stay that way for a shot or 2 here.
It seems like if we're thinking the first 5 ends, if either of these teams were playing the draw game, Team Hartwell typically got the better of Team Sturmay. There were a lot of overcurls. And then this end, give Team Sturmay some credit. They've made a lot of great draw shots and forced Hartwell into playing some takeouts.
And I think Hartwell, when they changed up their strategy a little bit and went to a couple more hits and stuff, trying to change it around here, and they've been kind of fighting the angles from the start.
Yeah, the placement of that rock being that high. Does that change anything?
You know what? The outturn draw might still be there. So I think that's what she's calling here, just an outturn draw. Trying, it curls so much here. She might be able to get right to that button there and sit shot. And if she can do that, that'd be a great result.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. Looks like she's just trying to get as close as she can to the top 4 stone. I don't think she needs to get that close to the high guard.
And sometimes when guards are kind of framed, kind of like the way this is, sometimes it's kind of nice as a skipper, any thrower, to kind of see a rock and see how it's framed into the middle. Sometimes they're made more often that way.
It's nice. I think we almost got a new high for viewers. So thank you all for your continued interest in tonight's game. It's been a good one.
So line's great. Just looks like it came a little short. It's a good throw, just a couple feet short, unfortunately.
And it does cut off the path to the button on that side, so. Yeah, I think the conversation between Selena and Danielle is, well, what is her shot? What can she do to score? I think first of all, and I think looks like Selena's eyeing up that angle raise we alluded to earlier.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to get in there. Not that it's an easy way, but
might be the only way.
Might be the only and best way at it. So
yeah, unless you can throw a Darren Molding 4.5 second hit, this one on the wings might come into play. But
yeah,
I don't see
or
that.
If you could just throw through rocks, maybe.
Yeah,
that would work.
If you could throw through rocks.
Through rocks, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then you just hit the boards.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It would do no good. It wouldn't do anything.
All right, so Selena Sturmay looks like she's just trying to throw a high guard, guarding that rock over on that other corner guard, just to prevent the angle raise option. This one needs to curl over there. And it's curling.
Is Paige curling it in there?
And
yeah, that's a good spot for that rock.
Stops right in front of the blue. Well, now if she needs to make the shot, it's going to have to be a double raise.
Yeah, it's not nothing looking.
Yeah. Usually the more words you have to use to describe the shot, the harder it is. So this would be a double raise angle, double angle raise takeout.
To rocks that aren't lined up.
Yeah.
So
If
only option is to
yeah.
just run back what Selena threw. I know what Jay was alluding to there.
like a 2/3, 3/4 low side, run it into the other, run it into the blue. Hope you hit it in the right place. Throw a lot of weight.
Yeah.
We do have a final on sheet 3. It looks like Team Brown came out with the win there over Team Richards.
Yep.
They're pushing rocks back.
We also had a final on sheet 5. Team Strauss kind of with a win over Team Silvanangle.
So that'll move Team Brown to 2-0, I think, and it would move Team Richards to 0-2 today. So first in the pool and currently 5th in the pool. And then Team Strauss, that moves them to 1-1. They got their first win. Team Silvernagle now 0-2. Here we go. Last rock, 6th end. Michelle Hartwell with the double angle raise for 3. 4. She hits one, hits the second one, and just misses that rock in the house.
That was a great effort.
Really close. Yeah, and it'll be a steal of 1 for Sturmay. Tie game after 6. So for those of you that have just joined us or just joined us recently, my name is Jason Ginter. We have Evan Van Amsterdam here with me in the booth here at the Crestwood Curling Center. There is a women's event going on here and a men's event this weekend. The women's event started today. Round robin action, 3 pools of 5. Top 8 will advance to the playoffs. The quarterfinals will start on Sunday. Obviously that winner will be decided on Sunday night, and then the men's event starts on Saturday, so tomorrow morning. That's 2 pools of 4. We have our team Van Amsterdam, will be competing tomorrow. I think we're the feature draw tomorrow.
Wow.
So yeah, hopefully you did your hair and makeup for the feature game tomorrow morning, Evan.
Yeah, should I go hat or no hat?
We might have to let the chat decide if we want hat or no hat.
Let the
I don't know
flow
if the
out
chat's
or
active tonight.
probably not.
You know, it's 10:13. If we've still caught, you know, my mom watching, Brenda.
Yeah, I don't know if all the curling fans are watching the Aztec Safety Challenge or watching us. Hopefully they're watching us.
Well, I think I'm looking at the viewers. We're up to 41, so we got a new peak.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and so all 41 of you, I want you to vote. Hat or no hat tomorrow morning. I know you'll all be awake for that one. So.
All 41 of you might have our phone numbers, so you can probably just message us.
Yeah. Mom, grandmas.
Message our team.
All the fans of Team Hartwell, all the fans of Team Sturmay. We really care.
Message Team Van Amsterdam on Instagram.
Yeah.
Hat, no hat.
Yeah, it'll be Van Amsterdam versus Tim tomorrow morning.
That's we play Tim?
Yeah.
Good team.
Yeah. Obviously, you did your scouting report.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Yeah, we've played them in Super League. I think we're 1-1 in Super League versus Team Tim. So, rubber match. Rubber match tomorrow. New team though. We got our ringer coming in from Victoria.
Yeah.
So.
Call him the Stinger.
The Stinger. Yeah.
Sterling Middleton.
Yeah, it's his name with letters around. You take out the L because he doesn't lose.
It's a perfect nickname.
Yeah. Almost as good as Broccoli Jeff.
Broccoli Jeff.
And we're back here,
Yeah.
live, 7th end. Team Sturmay versus Team Hartwell. Team Hartwell with a 3 in the 4th to take a 2-point lead. They were successful in getting the force in the 5th. Sturmay fought back with a steal in 6, and we're all tied up at 5 now. 7th end.
Yeah, a whole bunch of guards in play. We got center guard, and then looks like Hartwell was a little light, and their come around left it as a guard, and then come around attempt by Page ended up just ticking their guard. Now we got a heavy draw, so we're gonna get some action in this end here. It's gonna be a fight to the middle.
Yeah, obviously the pressure is mounting, and we're seeing a little bit of misses here and to start the end. Leads were almost 100% last end.
Yeah, the last 2 rocks in play.
Yeah, they were.
3 rocks.
Yeah.
All 3.
It was just let's preserve what the leads did last set. So see if Des can make those misses hurt here. She attempts to come around. We've seen a few of hers curl early.
Yeah.
Hit guards just a little bit light. So game plan was to not be heavy. This is perfectly by the guard.
Yeah.
Great sweeping, great shot from Desiree Hawes.
Yeah. That'll do. So
As we see the replay here, we have Paige Papley on the sweep. It just skinnies by the guard and overburies. Actually, goes right around the blue and right in the top of the lid.
Yeah, so they first one in there. So Hartwell has to get out of dodge here, and with the hammer, they're going to try and open it up the middle here. The angle should line up for a double peel here.
Does Paige try to teach you how to sweep?
Yeah.
I said try because I know
she does try.
Form.
Oh, look at this. Wonderful
Great shot from Tori Hartwell. Gets rid of both guards, moves them both to corner guards, and removes the rock from the house. So it's three birds? What is that?
3 birds, 1 stone, right there.
3 stones, 1 stone?
No stones.
Here we are, no stones. And we're just creating expressions here in the booth. 3 stones, 1 stone, no stones.
All right, looking. Sturmay's just deciding to replace the center guard. They need to force this end. So they need to control the middle again. So looking to just replace that center guard. With those their red corners the way they are, kind of makes for an awkward peel here. So kind of 2 ways to jam it, or so Hartwell's kind of got to be mindful of those. Can't just jam it and end up rolling them back into the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of the ideal setup now for Team Hartwell. They're happy with the blank end here.
But also, still got to make some precise peels here.
Yeah. So Tori Hartwell, the first one, an absolute beauty. Second one, looks like she's trying to get 2 out. Jams and rolls to the center.
Yeah.
So unfortunate result.
This kind of tough setup. So unfortunately, was unable to remove that center rock. Well, removed it, but then it came back. So Sturmay's going to be trying to just replace that guard again. Might see a few guards here, and
you might. I think you will.
I think we will. You're right.
Yeah, I think you will. So we got 1 more guard here coming from Danielle Schmiemann. At some point, I think you're going to see an attempt to draw around, because we know with Michelle's draw weight that a rock just biting the top of the 12 is not going to do it.
No. And she's been throwing a lot of draws this game, so she'll have a good idea of the draw weight.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just a matter of when is Team Hartwell going to decide to get aggressive with the draws, and when Team Sturmay going to get aggressive and decide to draw. Well, with that guard coming a little deeper, you'll likely see Team Hartwell just try and give this double peel a go.
Yeah, I think if I'm Michelle, I'm all in on the blank end strategy at this point, and trying your best to try to make that happen. If it's looking like there could be a potential for an easier deuce or a risk-free deuce later in the end, maybe go for that. Looks like she's being asked
Seeming
to
like a lot of ice
just
here.
peel the top one,
Yeah,
and
just a
roll
straight
over to the
peel.
other one. She might get fortunate and roll right into the house.
That'd be neat.
This one's really diving towards the middle. Gets one, gets two, just sits right
Stays
there.
Yeah. So mission accomplished for Team Hartwell there. What they were trying to do there, just get rid of that center guard.
Yeah, interesting. I would have gone for the two on the center. I think there, clear the center, get him out of there.
That was a good chance to open up the center.
Yeah, just I think they were hoping that they could, do the whole 3 birds, 1 stone thing again. Get 2 out and roll right into the rings. Yeah, so
just overcurled on him a little bit.
Yeah, I think the thing was the most important stones to get rid of there were the ones closest to center.
So by leaving one in there, still now gives a chance for Sturmay to just throw a come around.
Yeah. And did you catch them? Are they throwing the guard, or are they throwing the?
I think they tapped come around.
Okay. So it's go time.
Now's the time. They're going in there.
They're gonna have to make this one count. Now, if they get this one all the way back to the back 12 frozen,
it's not
pretty
too
good
bad.
result.
Yeah,
right?
I guess now's the time.
The force is kind of on, or
heavier is not too bad because you're just looking to force more so than anything.
Looks like that's the call at this point. Trying to get it all the way to the back. Spread the rocks out, makes the double very, very tough.
Yeah, that's a spot where that's better than top 12 or top 8.
And arguably better than T-line, because the double would be easier and
possible.
Yeah, now I think one of the teams is going to have to score.
Yeah.
So,
which I think is what Sturmay was kind of hoping for.
So now if you're Team Hartwell, if you're going to be forced, might as well try to score 2.
Trying to go get you 2, yeah. Make a good freeze here. Kind of kickstart that plan.
Yeah, we've seen Lisa make a few draws already today. This one looks like it's curling really, really early. That usually means it's light. And it just comes up short.
Yeah, I don't know if that picked or that just was light out of the hand. That just seemed to curl early and just kind of way came off. So
yeah,
bit of a
miscue
there.
Chat about that. Wonder if there might be some changes in ice conditions, perhaps.
Yeah, I might be seeing that. All seem pretty confused about how that ended up like that. So could be seeing that as the game progresses. For sure, you'll see some.
Typically a normal thing with later in the game. As those rocks get closer to the slide path, you might start to see it get a little slower. I think it's really important to make sure that as the thrower and the sweepers that you're aware when that's happening, right? You can make the shot.
So opportunity here for Team Sturmay to make after the miss here. Put one right up above the T line here around our guards. Put some pressure on Team Hartwell.
This one's coming into the house. We're getting the curl. We just need the distance.
Sweeper's really working it.
It just gets to the top of the 8 foot.
Top
Good
8 foot,
result.
little piece buried. It's not a bad result.
Yeah, the sweepers would have liked that one to be a little deeper, but
Yeah, probably a 2 or 3 rocks deeper would have been ideal, but
yeah, pretty good. Does the job. If Hartwell does come around, they can use that rock to just
to tap and promote
yeah.
and force for sure.
But opportunity now for Michelle Hartwell. If she does sink one around, it's going to force Sturmay to make a big one.
All right, big shot here. What do you think the time we're looking for here, Jay?
Well, if it was anything like the fourth end out wide, it was around 15 seconds.
Let's see what she gives us here.
Yeah.
Really sweeping early here.
Yeah, a lot of urgency in the voice here.
Oh, got off.
It's diving towards the center. Does it get by?
No,
it just
quite.
wicks. And a bit of frustration there from Michelle Hartwell. The weight was coming in, maybe a little heavy, actually, coming in, just wicking off and still rolling to the back of the 4.
Yeah, I don't blame her. That's one where it's so close.
Yeah, just trying to get that line call. We're seeing that break point be a little bit late. And
a little late, yeah.
Yeah, and just missed the sweep call, so opens the door again for Selena Sturmay.
Yeah, kind of have to be careful not to get too cute and trying to chip off her own. Really just got to make sure she removes this rock, kind of lock in the force, but also opportunity here to, put some pressure on and really potentially steal here. So looking like a lot of ice, looking like they're going with some quiet weight at this.
So with both of these teams now, seeing what we've saw for the first 6 ends between Team Hartwell and Team Sturmay, would you rather have the lead or would you rather have the hammer if it was a 1-point swing?
We've seen teams be able to score multiple points, so I think having the hammer is kind of an important thing.
Okay.
We've seen
whenever down 1.
I think in this game, with these teams, I think we'd rather be down 1 with the hammer. So,
all right. Well, we'll see if Michelle has that.
We'll see.
Option. Yeah. She might just look to draw the open side. Give him 1.
Potentially. Probably not, but.
Selena Sturmay here, throwing her last one without the hammer in end number 7. I'm hearing hard line, making sure this one gets by that top 8 stone. Paige Papley on the sweep. The rock starting to curl. It needs to get there for weight. And just ticks off that stone. But blocks the draw path. Sits for second stone at the top of the 8 foot. Second shot.
Yeah, so Hartwell, if they want, they can just attempt to kind of hit and roll off that one for 2 points, or they can go the wide draw.
I think we've seen this in-turn path for the whole end. I think I'd be gravitating towards that one.
Well, and the worried would be to hit it on the high side, right? We've only seen the rocks over curl here too, so we know there's curl here. Seems fairly safe to kind of throw a hit and roll here and score a 2 that way. No sense to overthrow this. Keep the weight down. Nice back liner. They seem to keep adding more and more ice, so probably just talking about the weight there and making sure they're throwing the right weight, giving it the best chance they have to score there too.
I think it's essentially a heavy draw. Just tap that red.
Yeah, they are going to have to move that red rock outside the 8 foot there, so Do got to throw enough weight to fully tap that basically through the house. So
Yeah. Front end and Michelle having a deep conversation about it. Just exactly what type of shot we're looking for
sure.
here. What's the weight? How do we want to play it?
Seems like there's a potentially a little bit of risk that comes into play with this, but also this is the only shot they have to score 2, and like I kind of mentioned, 1 point doesn't really lock up the win as much as 2 would. So big shot here for Michelle Hartwell.
All right, sweeper's liking it. Cleaning it so far. And now this one's diving towards the center as well. Can the sweepers hold it? No.
Not quite.
As it does just rack, it looks like it'll just be a single for Team Hartwell. So just one, not two, just one. Team Hartwell winning now 6-5. They have the lead as we have a very exciting finish now, folks. 8th end, 1 down with, 1 up without. This is exactly what we were hoping for when we were coming out to
perfect spectator
today. Yeah.
As a very neutral fan as we are in the booth here.
Yes.
This is perfect.
The most entertainment we can provide for everyone here.
Oh, we have a vote for hat. Who said hat? Mr. Broccoli himself.
Broccoli Jeff votes for definitely hat. So the hair must not be just hairing well enough for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the flow.
The flow.
Could I vote for hair? Do I count?
No. No, it got to be from the chat.
Yeah. All right, 8th end of action.
Yeah, so big shots here early on. What do you think the lead rocks will kind of look like here as you're
going to see a center guard, looks like, from Team Hartwell. I wouldn't be surprised if Team Sturmay just decided to come around.
Yep.
Especially if the center line guard is pretty high. And it looks like we will. So, yeah, it should be another game of who can win the angle battle in the center. Yeah. So with this 8th end, I'd like to thank one more event sponsor here at the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown. RMC Group of companies. The RMC Group is locally owned and operated, proudly supporting the local community for over 30 years. The RMC Group prides itself with providing a portfolio of products and services to the construction industry. The heart of the group being ready-mix concrete, supplying any concrete requirement you may have. RMC has grown over the years to offer products and services such as aggregates, precast items, residential flatwork and foundational packages, screw piles, fabricated brackets, construction materials, fiberglass rebar, and dry bulk transportation. The RMC Group is committed to the highest level of service quality and safety within support of its local community. We are proud to sponsor this event as we continue our local support. So thank you, RMC Group of companies. I'd also like to thank West Edmonton Mall, one of the sponsors. It's really a must-see when visiting Edmonton, North America's largest mall with more than 800 stores and services, 2 hotels, over 100 places to eat, lots of places for entertainment, Galaxy Land, indoor water park, movie theater, and free parking. So you better get over there if you're not watching the action here. You know, between games, I'm sure this could be an attraction for some of these teams to go see. So West Edmonton Mall, thank you for your support.
West Edmonton Mall. Never been. Just kidding.
I was going to say, man, born and raised in Edmonton.
On the West End.
Yeah.
West Edmonton Mall. It's a great place, actually.
Do you have a favorite ride, Galaxyland, back in the day?
Never really a rides guy. Never really rode the Mindbender.
Little, you get nauseous easily?
Yeah, or just scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
one of those.
Yeah, that's fair. So you were like a Ferris wheel guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Safety.
Safety. So safe. I love safety.
Okay, nice.
What was you have favorite ride?
I remember there was one with the pirate ship.
Oh
where
yeah,
we
that's.
were on the pirate ship.
I
and
actually
it was
did.
going
That's a
back
good
and
one.
forth.
I did ride that one.
Yeah, that was cool. And there was
yeah.
like a bit of like water involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Wait,
cool.
is that or is that just people like spitting and you kind of
It could
catching
just
it
be
back and
spitting,
forth?
yeah.
Yeah.
And especially when you're kids, you really don't know.
Yeah,
And you
runny
don't
noses
care,
and stuff.
really.
Yeah, as you're kind of
Yeah, it's
catching
just
it.
like something's watery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good ride though.
Yeah. West Edmonton Mall, everyone.
You know what my favorite time to go there, West Edmonton Mall? Christmas Eve. I love seeing the gong show. Gong show of all the Christmas shoppers. Cause
Yeah,
I am
and
one of them.
Christmas gift
getting
there.
all my Christmas gifts.
We're
on
gonna bring it
Christmas
back
Eve.
to the action here. I have Christmas gift from Tori Hartwell with a perfect draw all the way around to set up a potential steal for Team Hartwell. Sorry to interrupt. I know it was a great story, I'm sure.
It's fine.
But we got to get back to the action. And we got one, we got two, we got a piece of the red rock. It's just rolling out of the rings. Clears the center, does the job there. Unfortunately, just clipped their own in the house.
They do have their one in the back of the rings there that can come into play as their second point to win the game. Aw, Keaton. Keaton voted hair.
Okay, 1-1.
Back to 1-1.
Yeah.
Thanks for the vote, Keaton. Keaton, of course, Selena's husband.
Oh, yeah.
For those that don't know.
Owner of Keaton Boyd Construction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
So, Team Hartwell looking to replace this guard on the center line. A little on the higher side.
Mm-hmm. They're making them earn it with the run back. That's for sure.
Yeah, a little bit of choice here. They can either just ignore it and play a hack waiter, or they can try to move some granite in the middle there. What's your first thought?
Well, I'd be tempted to just try to throw a back line just through kind of hack weight, maybe tap back if you can make it. That guard is so high, it doesn't really have to come into play. And then you can try to generate a 2 there using the high guard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Does shrink the scoring area potentially if you make something hack waiter right now and then they just kind of freeze on top of it, but I do kind of like the idea of sitting shot rock early on in the end here.
Just looking at it, you might get fortunate and roll your shooter over towards the corner guard.
Mm-hmm. Might make it hard to either hit or hard to also freeze to, so I think I like this call.
They agree.
We did see this spot curl a lot early on in this game.
And it just ticks the center guard and sits right there.
Yeah, not the result they were looking for there.
No.
Not only did they only tick the guard, they also left their shooter kind of blocking there in the middle, so.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have been better off trying to hit a large chunk of the guard there. I know you're always looking to make the shot, but yeah, just kind of got caught in between there.
Yeah, it looked good right to the very end there, but just kind of, fortunately, just kind of tickled that center guard. So Michelle Hartwell kind of safe with as many guards as she has up there. So looking to just kind of has a free look at just this come around to sit another one in here.
Yeah, Lisa Miller being asked to throw the draw out wide
right off
here.
it early.
Hasn't started to curl yet. And I think this just might be a bit to do with the weight. Just heavy.
Yeah, just heavy right in the hand, and the sweepers knew it, so.
That was one of those times when maybe she tried to guess that it was a little heavier out wide, and unfortunately the guess was wrong.
Yeah, like we talked earlier, the wider paths can be a little heavier, but it's also just a guess sometimes too. So
Totally. So after a series of misses now, it's now set up as a double peel attempt. Because Team Sturmay is only down 1, it's just kind of like the sixth end for Team Hartwell. If you can't find your shot for one, let's try to create an opportunity for one later. Clearing the center. You got one. Push the second one down, but it still remains as a centerline guard.
yeah, the hole is there to get rid of that blue rock, but
Oh yeah, there is a port there. And Michelle sees it. She's looking to guard the port.
yeah, just take that away. So see if Team Hartwell here can put a good guard here on the center line. Curling in there, really nice.
Gotta get over though.
Gotta get over, not quite.
And they did get over.
Did get over, but left the hole.
Over but not over enough.
Over but not over enough. So they were curling it, just under curled, unfortunately. So Team Sturmay here, opportunity here to hit the hole. Kind of weight you see in here, Jay, through the hole, like a hard one just to make sure you make it, or just kind of lighter and try to keep that one at the back alive too?
I think it's just the right weight is what I'm looking for. Yeah, like
Okay.
if Selena's asking to get through the hole, like you have to get through the.
You got to get through the
right?
hole.
So,
That's the main thing.
Whatever Selena's seeing here, I think you just.
Because you got to get through the hole,
her.
and you also got to sit. So.
Okay, we got through the port. Now what is it? Is it gonna miss the back one? Yes, it is.
Yeah, perfect.
Great
weight.
shot. That was the weight. Rolls out to the open. Great shot there from Danielle Schmiemann.
So Sturmay sitting 2. Decision time for Hartwell. They could kind of just ignore it, just try to get the force or the steal with an out-turn draw, or they can kind of, or even they're looking in-turn draw. They're looking hit and roll.
That's what I'm doing right now if I'm Team Hartwell. I think I'm just saying, you know what? There's already 2 in the house. We have to make a perfect hit and roll in order for that not to happen.
2 in the house and no double, too.
We could just draw around these 2 center guards. That looks pretty juicy to me.
That's what I would be looking at for sure.
She can make this draw sit dead buried behind the 2 blue rocks.
And smartly, that's what they're...
Then we're back to square one with Team Sturmay trying to clear the center.
Exactly, so... Big shot here incoming. She can kind of put this one top of the house, top 4.
Yeah.
Around these 2 guards, that could be
yeah, that's why when you were asking me what kind of weight you want to see with this one, I was seeing the benefit of the hit and roll to miss the backing, but I also saw the potential to leave this shot for Team Hartwell,
leave
right?
the free draw.
If you try to just throw the bigger weight and just hit on the nose or roll a little bit, then they don't have the draw to sit shot.
Yeah,
they're gonna play through the port.
Yeah.
6 1, half dozen the other.
Exactly.
Yeah. So big shot here from Team Hartwell. This one's diving towards the center line, towards that guard. Gets by 1, gets by 2. Will it get there?
Looking good.
It's
perfect.
Will get there. Great shot. Just pokes out by about a quarter rock. Great sweep, great management from Team Hartwell.
And deep enough to sit full shot rock there, so
you see the replay right there, almost dead buried right there, through right behind those 2 center guards. Your move.
Yeah, so couple. I see 2 different options here. Might be able to We know this intern curls so much. She could be able to just make this intern hack waiter through the whole sit 3, but she seems to be looking at this angle run back. She makes it perfectly. That'd be unreal, but also even if she just peels it off, she at least opens up the intern draw to score 1, go to an extra. So
yeah, I think that's what I would be playing. Play the run back. If you miss it, you're gonna have a shot for 1 at worst, right? They can't guard the draw and the hack waiter.
I don't know if I love the draw right now, but that being said, she makes that good.
Having said that, the hack waiter looks tough.
The hack waiter looks tough. Yeah. Hack waiter is tough.
Which is, I think, why I wouldn't ever try to throw through the port. I think it's too tight of a port.
Depends on how you're feeling, I guess.
Yep. Selena's feeling draw.
She's feeling draw, and respect that to her.
If you make the draw here, like, you're essentially securing 1.
Yep. And there's still room with the outturn to get to the 4 foot, so.
Yep.
Even
you gotta be careful not to leave a piece popping out a little.
Yeah, on either side.
As Michelle could just play through the port like we saw Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very precise draw here. The score update on sheet number 2. Team Fujisawa scored 2 in the 7th end to take a 2-point lead, up 6-4, and they're curling against Team Kaufman. So Kaufman will need a 2 score to tie it in 8.
Big sweep here, good shot. Coming in here. Finishes a little bit, maybe too much to their liking there, but in there 4 foot.
Yeah, weight was perfect. Curled just, as we can see, about a half rock through the port.
Yeah, so pressure back on Team Hartwell. Got to make the outturn through the hole.
Yeah.
And you know what? If she throws the right weight, she might be able to stick this top of the button buried.
This one's really interesting because if you do miss it, you're essentially leaving an easier shot for Team Sturmay to score 2.
But you're kind of forced to kind of have to throw it because she still has the outturn draw.
Yeah, and we saw the path for the shot to be made with Danielle's last there, so she knows how to make it. Just has to evaluate the risk versus the reward here.
And they don't seem to be too confident. Otherwise, I think they'd already be in the hack throwing it, so seems like they're kind of talking themselves into a freeze or a guard or something.
So you can't guard both sides, right? Like Selena can just throw that same draw path she threw, or the outturn draw path to the 4 foot. You can't guard both. You could freeze. If you freeze, is there a shot for Selena on the outturn side?
Yeah, I think there's still room to get into better than half 4 foot. They could beat them in there with the outturn draw. I think they can get a piece of the button with the outturn.
Get shot rock with the outturn.
Might even be able to get shot rock, with the outturn.
Yeah,
so
that's an option.
I think if you're drawing, I think that's what I would be recommending. But same thing, if you miss the 4 foot, you just give Selena the exact same shot you just finished making. So
I'm always a little wary from, like, I don't want to give them a chance to see the path. So if they threw the outturn draw here, came a little bit deep, Selena could just follow them in.
Exactly.
And already saw how it would curl and the speed to throw. So
I think my preference is just make the hack waiter through the hole, or any weight you want through the hole, really. Control weight.
Yeah.
Medium weight. Firm weight. You can throw peel weight.
Smooth.
Not smooth. But
board.
Looking like they're going with the outturn draw. I think if you're throwing the draw, this is their white run to do.
Yeah.
So they were never too settled on the hit, so they're playing the draw. And you know what, I think there's a chance here they can get this
Mm-hmm.
first shot rock and win the game right here. So
Michelle just threw that one in the top of the 8-foot too, so she knows what it's going to do.
She knows
just adds a couple feet.
The big shot here.
Yeah, very big shot. Last end. Michelle Hartwell's last rock. She doesn't have the hammer. Just trying to place this one in the top of the 4-foot. Sweepers want to go the whole way here, thinking it's light. Line caller saying this needs curl.
Yeah, she's sweeping with the curl.
Weight looks great. We just need this one to curl in there now. And it just didn't curl enough, so it is there for second shot.
Yeah, but
ends up right on the tee line.
It's not a bad leave. They're gonna have to throw some hack weight at this to. They gotta move it in order to get there too. So it's not exactly what they're looking for. Undercurled a little bit, but still doesn't leave an automatic shot for Team Sturmay. So
yeah, one of those important shots. The sweepers, they usually want to make an impact, right? And so they thought light, and you saw both of their heads were down early. Looked like they just killed the line.
Yeah, well, I mean, to their credit, they still put it on the tee line, but
yeah,
just a matter of they swept earlier instead of later and got caught on the line a little bit.
Yeah, just swept it differently. So it's left a shot for Selena. It looks like she needs back 12 weight just to tap the rock out of the 4-foot.
Don't gotta move very far, just far enough to sit second shot and win the game. So
here we go. Selena Sturmay, last rock, 8th end. Soft weight tap back for the win. Meaning curl. This one's curling into the 4-foot. They tap it, but they don't tap it far enough. So it is 1 for Sturmay. We're going to extras. We have some free curling.
Get to hear more of us going into an extra.
And for all the viewers upstairs, our curlers have been generously pushing the rock to the far end, so they're going to be throwing the last end towards the glass. So as we go into our extra end, I'll provide all the viewers with a little standings update after day 1 of action. In Pool A, we have Mila Plett at 2-0, and we'll have the winner of Sheet 2, Team Fujisawa or Team Kaufman. One of them will be 2-0, the other will be 1-1. And then our other 2 teams in Pool A, Team Steel, Team Stixma at 0-2. Pool B, we have Team Reese Hansen at 2-0. We have a bit of a log jam in the middle as Team Hansen, Team Phillips, and Team Strauss all 1-1, and then Team Silvernagel at 0-2. And then this pool, Pool C, Corinne Brown leading the pack at 2-0. Team Hartwell currently 1-0 here with Hammer in the extra. Team Sturmay at 0-1. We have Team Yurko at 1-1, and we have Team Richards at 0-2. So we have a lot, I guess I'd say a lot riding on this one is the top 8 out of the 15 will qualify for the playoff round. Team Sturmay trying to dig themselves out of a bit of a hole here to claw themselves back to 1-1. Team Hartwell trying to secure a spot as one of the favorites to qualify for the playoffs.
So that first guard not ending up on the center line, so we'll see Hartwell going up and trying to make the tick shot here to kind of open up the center line.
Going hard for line. I'm hearing back line being called. It has made contact. Both players are urging the rock over to the side, and a fantastic tick shot.
Perfect tick shot.
Right beside the boards. Great shot from Ashley Kalk. I don't think you can make that any better. So this time, Paige Papley trying to put this one right on the center line, so it cannot be ticked.
Looks like they didn't quite adjust enough. It was back in the exact same spot there, so.
Just doesn't quite get to center. So see if Ashley can do it again. So she made the first one perfect. Sweeper's on the second one once again. So needs to get to the other side of the center line. It's pretty close as it's diving towards the rock. Just makes the second one, rolls it over to 2 corner guards. Great pair from Ashley Kalk. It's kind of the dream as a lead, hey? You make the 2 tick shot, you set up your extra end.
Yeah, like it's out of my hands. You guys just gotta make the peels.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get to see that often anymore with the no tick rule. Here's Desiree Hawes trying to put this one back onto the center line for Team Sturmay. So as this one, as this end progresses, it's going to be a lot of guard peel. Where's the best place for this guard to make the peel harder?
Yeah, I think just in the middle of those two corner guards. Kind of we saw it a couple ends ago where they were kind of in the middle and it jams. So Team Sturmay is going to kind of be looking to do that and see if they can get lucky and get that center guard to jam onto one of the side ones. So Hartwell's got to be careful, but they got the abilities to do it. This one's really riding out there.
Just looked like she floated it out a bit, and they'll try that one again.
Yeah, not untimely miss there. So opportunity here for Sturmay to throw another guard around that high guard. So looking for a nice tighter guard here, then they can use to really put some pressure on Team Hartwell later on in the end.
Yeah, you want to get a lot of separation between these 2 guards to make that double peel as hard as possible. This one's coming in with quite a bit more weight.
Yeah, that's good. Good amount
Looks
of weight.
pretty good. Yeah, and job well done there from Desiree Hawes. So there's one high guard, obviously, and there's one tight guard that looks like it's a third open. Would you ever just consider peeling the back one?
You could, for sure. I think you'd be tempted to. I mean, they're just going to kind of just put another tight one back and maybe in a better spot, but I think given a chance here just to kind of redeem this this high guard peel and go from there.
Okay. Avoids all of the rock on the side.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. Pretty good result.
Yeah, good result. Leaves a bunch of guards up there, so.
Yeah, take your pick, I guess.
Take your pick. Which one? I think the middle one.
The closest to the center would be the one.
That would be my choice. So, also looking like Selena's choice. So, come around here, looking for the top of the house, top 4, top button, right around that that center line guard.
So this is pretty close to the path that that Selena took for her last stone, or her second last stone in end number 8. So we'll see if the sweepers can take what they learned from that one and make this one for Danielle.
Right away to the curl side.
Yeah, sweepers saying
Like it's hanging
this
out
is
there.
heavy and wide. Needs to get by the corner guard first. And now just...
Almost did too good. Could have used it as a...
Yeah. Weight was really good. Just no, we got
Still curled in there pretty good.
We got a half berry.
Yeah, good shot.
Good sweep.
Very good sweep. So, kind of a decision here for Hartwell. She could throw a hack waiter, try and go at the one in the middle, or she could peel. So, what do you think?
I think if you can't see the pinhole, I think I'd go for the one that's covering
the one that's covering the pinhole. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a must go after this one.
Yeah, like board weight. Roll over to the edge of the 4.
Yeah, sticking around, and that might be your counter. So
Yeah, make sure you stick around. It's pretty important here. Gotta get by the guard first. This one's curling towards the center line guard.
Really going.
Just touches it and rolls out of the ring. So peels the guard, gets 1 of 2. The one we didn't want. But
still something out of the shot.
I'd still say that's within tolerance there. You want to get one or the other.
Yeah, we've seen guards haven't been the easiest here, so still got to be precise here with this this center line guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not
we're
to
back
leave
to
another
garden
halfway
for our lives here.
Yep.
So center line guard went up, although quite high. So
yeah, line perfect,
Yeah.
but yeah, a little on the higher side, so they can still throw this kind of hack waiter, hack it out.
mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll give Lisa another chance to make the hack waiter. It looks like they've given her quite a bit more ice.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying more weight. So a bit of a combo there. More ice, more weight. And just gets on the other side. So that one will go through the house, leaving the Team Sturmay stone on the button.
Not what they were looking for, so can just throw a tight guard here. Even if this slips into the rings, top 8, top 4, it's gonna be a lot of pressure on Team Hartwell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If they throw the guard, like obviously you've seen this intern spot twice now. Michelle's would likely want to play that same path. So if you're Team Sturmay, you're probably wanting to make sure that you're guarding at least that side of the rock if you're gonna. You
kind of want to take away both sides too, right? You want to.
You
want to be deep enough that don't leave the intern or the outturn chases. So.
Yeah.
Top 12, top 8, the perfect line should do it.
Yeah. Tolerance is light here, I would say. You wouldn't want to be heavy and on the wrong line.
Yeah, it depends on the line. If the line's really good, like I mean, even if you're dead frozen on your own rock, that wouldn't be too bad.
That would be pretty good as well. Yeah.
It's more of a line shot than anything, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So Selena's seen this path with hers last end. She saw Danielle's this end.
I should have an idea on
plop this one in the 8-foot. So this one's curling much earlier than Danielle's had. Diving towards the center.
Looking like the weight's a little lighter.
And the weight is... They're going to want to make sure that they're by the guard. And they are. Looks like they're guarding a little more of shot stone than they had before. So
yeah, so definitely not as deep as they would have liked it. So Shell Hartwell opportunity here to throw a hack waiter. Sit shot.
Yeah. changing turns now, so this is now the out turn. A little
Yeah,
less familiar with this path.
And I think if my memory serves me right, I think this side was a little straighter. We had some undercurls here we had Selena's draw here that really hung out here, so
And Michelle's last draw in the last
undercurled,
end as
so
well. Yeah.
got to be careful. Can't overthrow this one. You might see one ride a little straighter, so weight's got to be good. Looking for probably just a back four kind of weight. Don't have to move it very far.
Yeah, with that ice, I'm seeing more of a back line to hack. But yes, if you can get right to the face and back four, I don't know if Sturmay has a shot. It'll be a hard shot. It'll be an angle raise of some sort. Yeah. Job one is to get by the center guard.
This is killing it.
And they got right by the guard. Now they're curling it in towards the button. Needs enough weight. And I don't know if it
quite
has.
enough.
So it is still Team Sturmay sitting shot rock in the back of the button.
Yeah, and you know what? There still might. It's hard to guard both.
Yeah, there still will be a tap back.
There still will be an in-turn or an out-turn tap back, so. Kind of got to take this right into the top 8,
Yeah, I think top 8, essentially where Selena was trying to go with her last rock.
Yeah, right where Danielle's tapping there. Kind of take them both away, because don't have to move that blue rock very far to win the game, so.
Yeah, if you put that one top 12, then Michelle Hartwell will have to throw the out-turn draw, cold draw to the side of the button. If you're a little light, it'll leave one turn or the other to tap the blue one to the button. And it only needs to be tapped a couple of inches, it looks like, for shot rock.
Hear me out. Could go split on a guard. You already got one. Don't need both of them.
That's a good point.
Could take away both by splitting the guard, making both draw paths.
That would be a very precise shot.
Very precise shot, but probably your best.
Almost made it last shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a little less line, a little more weight.
Might be their best chance, but
yeah,
seeming like they're happy taking away this out turn one she just threw, and they're thinking the in turn tap is a little trickier. So
yeah, even if you're a little bit on the wide side in top 12 and it's a double tap instead of a single tap,
that's not too bad.
More words, harder shot.
More words, harder shot. So final rock here for Selena Sturmay, looking to guard her shot rock.
Looks like Paige wants to go a bit for weight. They're saying line's okay. Looks like it started to curl. It's not quite curling to the spot they want, so they're thinking,
yeah, it's a
let's
good
just guard that out-turn path.
Yep, that's where she tapped. So
good shot. So this will be Michelle Hartwell. Looks like she's going to have to play a precise little tap back here with her last one in the extra. Only needs to move the blue stone about an inch or two.
Yeah, move it up half a rock and win the game. So yeah, we know this side curls. We know the shot's there. So
yeah, it looks like they'll have to navigate the port with the in-turn. They've done it a couple times. It's nice that Michelle was able to see both of Lisa's on this path, so she should know it. Now it's just putting it all together and throwing the right weight. So here we go, Michelle Hartwell, final stone of the extra end. Our last rock here on sheet 4. soft weight tap back for the win. And this one looks like it's gone. It's curling very early. Sweepers have pushed it away, and it'll be a stolen point for Team Sturmay. So they have taken the win, 7-6. Thank you all for watching today. We got ourselves up to 82 viewers.
Right on.
So if you want to see just as exciting of a game tomorrow morning, we have Skip Evan Van Amsterdam and color commentator extraordinaire on the street.
Yes.
He'll be showing you all how to curl.
Showing
At
us.
least trying to show us all how to curl.
Yeah.
I'll be joining him out there. It'll be Team Van Amsterdam versus Team Tim tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. That was fun.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in.
And thank you all for watching. There'll be live action at the Crestwood Platinum Anniversary Showdown all weekend. So stay tuned. You'll be watching curling. And thank you all for watching tonight. Take care. Have a great night.